Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a different kind of video for you guys, and I know I'm in a different setting, the sound is probably off, and I just kind of wanted to get out of my place and come here and talk to you guys because all day I've just been laying around in bed. I tried to go to the gym for a little bit and I just can't get over what happened to me last night. And every time that I've had big things like this happen in my life, like even when I started YouTube, I've gone online and I've shared some of these stories, not only because it's kind of healing for me in a way, but also I feel like it was a learning lesson on my part, and I feel like it can be like a warning lesson to other people because I just feel like I've gotten a little too comfortable, like being out and living my life and not being aware, and I forget like talking about these stories online and on my channel, like how dark it is in the world. And when you have these situations that test you, it's like it really just puts everything on the line. And I had a lot of like realizations, like after having someone violate me and then fight me. I've never fought anyone in my entire life, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this story, and it's very uncomfortable. I feel like talking to my family about it, you know, they encourage me because I just sometimes don't know how much to share with you and with the internet, but I feel like this just did something to me that I need to get it off my chest. So I'll just go through everything that happened last night. I'm not going to try to edit this video. I'm just going to put some pictures up when I reference some of my like battle wounds. And then I just want to walk through like what happened and what I should have done differently, and hopefully like what you guys will do differently so you avoid this. So yesterday, it was a fine day. It was normal, and I was just going to go and get a couple drinks with my friend and a few other friends. I was with good people, and it's pretty standard, you know, like Thursday in LA, like go out and have a couple drinks. I worked all day and worked out, so I felt like good about it and ready to have a good time. And you know, I think I only went to one bar actually, because it kind of happened not that late. I mean, it was like a little bit before midnight, but I went out with my friends, and then we were, you know, I had a margarita. I had one margarita at the bar. I love a margarita, and it was normal. I go to this bar in West Hollywood very often. All the staff know who I am, the security, I know the owners. So I've actually been asking for footage of this incident because I did put in a report, and I wanted to include that as well because I don't know who attacked me. But before I get ahead of myself, so we went to this bar, and I'm like so like shaky about it right now. Like even like I didn't even want to like the people at my gym, my trainer. I was like, he asked me like what this is, obviously, because this is how I went to the gym, and like talking about it just makes me like a little bit nervous. So if I come off that way, I'm sorry. I'm just like really want to get it off my chest, and like it took me a couple hours of just like laying around like, okay, I'm ready to do this. So and I want to go through every detail because there were a lot of people I knew at the bar that night, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and my friends were outside. This bar in particular has like an outside area, and then it has an inside. It's not that big, but I went to the bathroom, and the situation was that like there are 3 stalls, 1 big bathroom. So I just like went to one of the stalls, like pretty normal. It's like Thursday, I'm like out here going to pee, you know? And it's a really small stall. I feel like you could fit 2 people in there, but it's very cramped. I went in and I was careless and just like didn't close the door behind me. I just like left it kind of open. It was like kind of open towards my way, and like I don't know if that's like normal. I think it's fine. I mean, like you see, like guys go to the men's restroom and they pee in the stall and they don't close the stall door all the time. Like if I see that, I just move along. But it was clear, like it's now in hindsight, it's clear to me that this guy saw me go in and, you know, clearly saw the door was open and was kind of like watching me. He didn't like stumble across me because this guy, he's like just a descriptor, like white guy, probably about like 5'8", because I'm like 5'9", and a little bit older than me, kind of longish hair, and then like a little facial hair. And he came into the stall when I was peeing, and he grabbed me. He like grabbed my genitals, and don't even know. I feel like so weird talking about this on YouTube, but I'm like, is this against YouTube's rule? I don't know. But it was really, I just remember in that moment, like, I hadn't even like really started to go yet. It all happened really quickly. And I was like, wait, what? Like, what are you doing in here? Like, why are you like grabbing me? Who are you? Like, like, I just felt so violated and so uncomfortable. I ran out of the stall, but then he was still in there. And at this point, the other 2 stalls were occupied. So I was like, screw this guy. Like, I was getting mad. Like, I feel like before, as I've gotten older, I've become more comfortable with like knowing what is wrong and then calling it out. Like, you know, Sloan like 5 years ago would have taken it and been like, okay, like, let me get out of here. I guess I'm going to hold my pee. But I opened the door open again. He didn't like latch it. And I grabbed his arm and I pulled him out and I said, no, you wait, I'm going to go pee. So then I went pee, and it was actually like, oh my god, this is like again TMI, but it was like kind of hard for me to go pee because after that I was still so shaken up. Like, this guy just like came in and grabbed me, like, who are you? And like the thing is too, like, there's levels to this. Like, when trying to unpack like who would do this, like, maybe some guy who's just out in, you know, out in LA and like wants to hook up and like thought he was making a move. Well, wait, hold up, like, that's not how you make a move on anyone. Like, it's just, that's gross. And then there's also thoughts in my mind where like, oh, did this person like know who I was? Like through the internet? Like, I would say like YouTube's pretty niche. You know, I'm not like, it's not like, I don't know how to describe it. Not a lot of people, there's some people who recognize me out, but there's a lot of people who don't know who I am, don't know what I do, will never see a video, and I'm totally at peace with that. But there's thoughts in my mind like, is this someone who like knows me from the internet and like wanted to do this to me? Like, I'm a very private person. I just feel like attacked like a little bit, you know, when that wasn't even the part where I was attacked. So I get out of the bathroom. I go into the bar and my friend is there and he's like hosting that night. And immediately I'm like, I'm so bothered. And this isn't the friend that I came with. Like, this was another friend that was just at the bar, who's there all the time, who knows everyone. And I was like, I'm really shaken up right now. This guy just like came into the stall and grabbed my penis, like just grabbed me. And he was like, wait, what? Like, that's crazy. There was another guy there who I like kind of know, who I was telling this to as well. I was like, yeah, oh my god, it makes me, this like actually, oh my god, it makes me so uncomfortable thinking about it. Because like already it's so bad. I feel like assaulted by this guy for like touching me. So then I'm telling my friend, and then the guy comes out of the bathroom, and I'm very upset and somewhat confrontational. So I like point at him, and I'm like, yeah, he's the one that did that. And then he came up to me, and I want to keep this story as accurate as possible. So I'll tell you like if I'm like, so I don't know exactly what he said to me. Something along the lines of like, you better not be talking like crap about me, you know, you better not be spreading rumors about me, blah blah. I'm like, I don't know who this guy even is. And then I was like, well, you better never, like, and again, this is where I don't know exactly what I said, but I said, like, don't you ever come near me again. Something along those lines. And this guy, the anger in his eyes, I guess, at me, like, rejecting him, calling him out, exposing him for being a perv because he went and to the bathroom and, like, touched someone else. Like, who do you think you are? He looks at me in the eyes. And in that moment, I swear, like, there's a lot of people around. At this point, like, my friend and the other guy, like, they see that there's a confrontation. Not everyone in the bar. I would say there had to be, like, maybe, like, 30 people. I'm so bad at, like, counting with how many people would be in a certain space. I want to say there's definitely more than, yeah, there was, like, 30. It could have been, like, 50, but I think it was more like 30, maybe, like, 25. I don't know. A lot of people were there. Enough to where he goes and he swings at me. And I know for a fact I'm not a fighter. I am a runner. But I was so upset with what he had done to me. And I've always told myself, like, I've never gotten in a physical fight in my life. But if I were to, I'm obviously not going to do the first hit. Especially because, like, I have, you know, done good things for myself and built this platform, and I have you guys, and there's so much to risk. Like, I would never do that. Like, I just don't, and I also don't have it in me. Like, I don't allow people to push me to that level, but he did that by touching me, and he swung at me. And at this point, I am like, all right, here we go. I guess we're fucking fighting. Oh my god, I just cussed. I don't know if I've ever cursed in a video before. I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this. So I swing at him. He swings at me again. And then the bar is like, the floors are dark. I don't know what the it's not like wood or anything, it's some like maybe like not cement, but they get slippery. So he pushes me and I slip on the ground and I fall back by the bar, and swear to you guys, if I was like an inch further back, I would have smacked my head open on that bar and would have been in the hospital that night. But I went and I hit the ground, and I hit the ground so hard. I have bruises here, I have bruises on my knees, I have another bruise on my leg. I want to like try to include some pictures of this stuff, but I hit the ground and I have a huge bump like right in the back of my head. It, like all day it's been hurting. Like last night it felt like someone cut half of an apple and put that on my head. And now it's more like kind of like a cherry, so that like gives me some peace. But I was on the ground. I remember when I hit the ground, I've never hit the ground like that in my life. It just, everything blacked out for a moment. Oh my God, it's like weird. I'm getting like angry talking about it again, but I also like want to cry, but let me get through this. So I hit the ground and I blacked out for a second. I remember that so vividly because it must have been the hit, because like I like blacked out sometimes like on like roller coasters and things like that, and it just was a different experience because I could still hear everything, and then it was just a quick second because the guy was then on top of me trying to hit me, and at that point I was like, I felt like I was fighting for my life, and so I got up and I got on top of him. I pushed him down, and I have to say, like, I'm someone who works out and I'm like relatively strong. I need to like go and do some kickboxing because like he was able to punch me a good amount, and like I did not know how to defend myself. I was like swinging at him, and guys, once he was kind of down, his like, I guess at one point, so I remember like the outside area was that area, and everyone at the bar staring, and then he is kind of like bent down, and you cannot make this up. I really, really need to get the video clip of this because again, I'm in full defense mode. I would say like, he's really keep lunging at me because I already fell on the ground and like was hit. He was not gonna stop with me. I wanted to just like, I'm over it. Like, you know, like I didn't think fighting is like really to the death. Like, okay, we had a little tiff, like, you know, throw a few hands, but he's like trying to fight to the death. So I grab his head and I grab his hair. And I know that's, again, not like a really big fighting move, like you know, pulling hair or whatever. But I grabbed his hair and I felt like these lines, like this, it felt like carpet almost. And I pulled off his effing wig, toupee. I think it was like a toupee. And I'm no shame to the bald girlies out there, the bald men, whoever, because like bald is beautiful. But you know, you see those people on TikTok who are like, where their hair is like thinning and then they get it like completely shaved off and they glue like something onto it, like a toupee. Well, I ripped this off, not even thinking about, I didn't know he had a wig on or a toupee on. I wasn't trying to snatch his wig, I was trying to defend myself. And I just like pulled it, and at that point, like I wish I held onto it so I could have been like, oh, my trophy. But I pulled it and it just flung out of my hand. It just went to the back of the bar. Like hair was gone. Like literally, these gays are fighting in this bar, and the wig was snatched and it was thrown. It's still so stressful to me thinking about it. Like it's like, okay, yeah, that's funny, I guess, like sure, but like what the, like it's so embarrassing and just like so demoralizing, like especially because this guy's so actively trying to attack me because I did not appreciate him grabbing my private parts, which are my private parts, not like it's private for a reason. So then after the wig was snatched, I was like, I need to get out of here. I need this to stop. And thankfully there's great security at this bar. Like we've had other people who have like been like wild there, and I like told them like, hey, like check it out, and they've taken care of it. And I think like they got there probably as fast as they could have, and they grabbed him. And I think also just like knowing me, like they could tell I'm not lunging at him anymore. He's actually trying to come after me, so they're holding him. And I'm like, okay, I need to like go outside and find my friends that I came here with. At this point, everyone in the bar is like looking, and like it's just embarrassing. I was scratched up. I was scratched up here at one point. I don't remember when this scratch happened, but like, ow, oh, it just still hurts. And like, there's I don't know how to describe like the bruise. Ow, it's like, yeah, it's right. Is that it? It's like right around here. Ooh, it's right here. It's just like there's certain parts on my bones that hurt so badly that when I tried to work out today, it just hurts. And I was bleeding. My shirt was ripped up. My head was my biggest concern because I was like, I have a concussion. I haven't hit my head like this, you know, since I was like, I feel like since I was like 5 years old, like I don't hit my head like that. So, I go outside and the guy is escorted out and he did not have his hair on. I don't know if he had it in his hand. He did leave bald-headed, which is, again, we love bald. But yeah, very creepy. And I was just really shaken up and people were checking on me, but I was just like, at that point, like my head was in so much pain that I just like couldn't even like relax. Like I was like, I need to go home. Like, I don't know if I need to go to a doctor. I haven't had healthcare in 3 years. Like I actually just got healthcare in October. Thank God for moments like this. So after he left, there was this guy in that place. So like I told you guys earlier, I want to tell you when parts of the story, like I'm not 100% sure about, because this part, I didn't see it happen, but I was told it by multiple people, including the person who is assuming the role. So this guy was outside of the bar the entire time that this fight had happened. And like I mentioned earlier, the bar is an outside area, so you can see kind of like right in. And he's a big guy. But he wasn't in the bar. And he wasn't in the bar because, from my understanding, he is banned. I don't know what he did, but he's banned from the bar. And again, I don't know who this guy is at all. So he's banned, and then I think I'm gonna have to like redo this clip. I'm gonna have to like turn it off and turn it back on. So this guy's out there and he sees the entire thing happen. And I guess from my understanding, he went away for about 20 minutes. And at this point, everyone's asking what happened. I'm explaining to it. I'm talking to the security. I'm talking about, you know, filing the report. I guess like, so the bar like will file reports on behalf of you, something along those lines. So that guy leaves and he comes back and he claims that he followed the guy down a few blocks. And again, I didn't see this, so I don't know if it happened. I don't know why he'd lie about it, but he claims that he went there and then he had a very, I don't know how to describe this because I don't want to say he jumped him, but that's what they said. But that just like really freaks me out because like, it's, okay. I appreciate that someone saw what he had done and they want to like get involved, but I just like don't like violence at all. And like to think that someone would go and do even more, it's just like at this point, like it's just so much and so much trauma to handle. I would prefer not to, but like what I was told was that he followed him down another block and then like fought him again. And he was fighting with him for the first time, but the guy that attacked me was now fighting again for his life against this guy that was like much taller than me. So like, and that guy that came after me was shorter than me. So I don't know if that happened. Again, I didn't see it, but when I heard that, I wasn't like, oh yeah, like go get him, like thank you. I was like, oh, like this has like become way bigger than what it should have been. And I don't even really like believing in karma. I think that like, I don't know. I can go on, that could be a whole other video. You guys want to talk about karma, but we don't talk about those things on the internet. At least not on my channel. But yeah, I don't think it was like really karma. I don't want to say that because I think that's just kind of bad energy, but it's just kind of, it just made me feel really icky to think like, oh, did this guy go do that? Because like, I don't even know you either. And it's like, I just don't want like anyone to, you know, I guess I got hurt so badly in that fight that like, I thought I kind of lost. But my friends, I've talked to a few of them today and they're like, no, you like won, blah, blah. But I'm like, I mean, ultimately, it's not even like, oh, I'm trying to win. It's more of like, I felt like I was just literally defending myself against his attacks. And and what's really weird about it too is that, like, when you think about these type of, like, I want to call it a crime because it was a crime. Like, the MO behind it is that he was upset that I rejected him or upset that I was standing up for myself. And I'm telling you guys, like, see, it makes me upset thinking about it. Like, because I felt disgusting after that fighting. But I would have felt way worse if I did not defend myself after what he did to me, you know? Like, I would have felt worse if I just took it, especially, like, talking about these things on the industry and these stories that we hear about, just, like, you know, I was, like, I'm so over it. Like, F it. We're not taking this stuff anymore. Like, I'm not taking it. I'm not going to allow someone to go and violate me. Like, I try to stand up for people who are in those situations. And I try to advocate for it and, like, be knowledgeable on it. And, like, it's not going to be me, you know? And as embarrassed as I was, like, being thrown around, being all dirty and bloody and everyone, like, concerned and, like, a huge headache, I felt, you know, proud of myself that I did stand up for myself, because I've never been someone who like if I would never have imagined like high school Sloan would like ever, like I wish I could have done that for myself back when I was younger, but I'm doing it now. And what I want you guys to learn is like, one, close the bathroom stalls, especially guys. Like, I mean, you know, ladies typically they do that when they go to the bathroom, but like I didn't realize that like I have just been too comfortable, you know, like I've gotten too comfortable in the sense that like I knew that place, that venue very well. I knew a lot of the people there, and like I should have closed the bathroom door, and I didn't, and someone took that opportunity. Some creepy monster took that opportunity to try and take a piece of like my innocence, you know. So since everything, I've just been like relaxing today. Like I said, I went to the gym. I was so paranoid last night about like if I had a concussion or not, because I just remember like someone in my high school one time, they got a concussion, they ended up like hanging themselves, and like they weren't a depressed person, but it just can mess with your mind. And I stayed up for a little bit last night. My friend stayed with me to make sure I was okay, but then I ended up going to bed and I woke up and I was okay. But I mean, today my head all day, even at the gym, I was just, it's just pounding this one spot. And I'm just going to try to post this as soon as I can. So if you guys have tips for that, please leave some in the comments below. But I just feel bad. And I just want to like sit inside and do nothing. And just like, I feel like going out, I'm just going to be a little bit paranoid. I feel like, you know, I'm going to get over it. But like, I'm just paranoid about like who this guy was. And that's part of the reason why I'm filing these reports and going through these things, is to figure it out. And I don't know. I just feel like it's so strong for people who sue or charge their perpetrators with these type of crimes. Like, I guess technically I could like charge him for, one, attacking me, but then two, also grabbing my private part. And like, I just feel like after this video, I just need to close this and like move on. And I can't imagine how strong the people are who like actually go and pursue justice, because I feel ashamed and embarrassed and just like so out of my character, but he did that to me. So that's a learning lesson on my part. But I don't even know what to say. I feel so like awkward. This is like so not like a Sloan video. But I could give you guys like, I was gonna give you guys like a life update in this video too, but like I just can't. I don't have the energy right now. I feel like just sick to my stomach. And yeah, but I am in my new home. As you guys know, I'm moving into a new place, and I don't know if I'll show it to you guys ever. Maybe I'll do like, maybe when I like launch a new podcast series, I can like show you guys or whatever. But I can show you a little bit if you guys want to see. I don't know. I don't want to end this like video on like a really bad note. But this tripod like is so awkward. I'm just gonna hold it. But I guess I'll give you guys a quick tour. I'm like replacing these closets because I didn't like the closet before was like sliding, and I don't like sliding closet doors. These are like some weird cushion. I don't know. He has to install it, but yeah. And I guess I'll show you. I put in it's so weird. Should I be a vlogger? I was like teasing doing vlogging before, but I'm never good at holding the camera still. Look, witness. I had friends over. We had a few drinks before. Still didn't clean up after it. Oh, Brittany's book. Yeah. So let me not show myself. I'll just show you guys. So here's a little bit of it. So this wall wasn't here. I actually just put this in. So this will be my YouTube studio. They actually just installed this door today. But this will be my studio. So I'm gonna have like a couch. Why do I feel like, I just feel like I'm not over it right now. Like, how am I doing this right now? I feel like I need to cry. I'm definitely like numb. Okay. So I'm gonna have a couch here, have a desk here. This will be my little YouTube room. It's smaller than my current YouTube room, but it would be nice to like just have it my own. So yeah, I'm not gonna show you guys anymore. There's some other rooms and stuff, but if you guys want to know more and see more, I have been documenting. I look terrible. I look actually terrible. I have been documenting like some of the work I've been doing on this place, so I could like show you guys what I have done. And look at the scratches. Like, how am I supposed to like walk around the world? Like, and also, why did he scratch me? Anyways, I love you guys so much. You give me a place where I can go and feel like I can talk to you and share these things and just like, I don't know. I know we like learn a lot of stuff, like things from videos that I make, but I hope you guys can learn something from this one too and learn from my mistake. And, you know, I hope that when you do, I hope you never like go and like, you know, run into these situations. But if you unfortunately do, I hope this video inspires you to stand up for yourself, because despite the scratches and the bruises, I'm glad that I didn't let someone just get away with it, you know. But I love you guys, and thank you for your support. And I was gonna say I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but I don't hope you guys. I don't like wish that you enjoyed it, because it was a terrible video to make. And it's a terrible situation, and I'm just gonna go and take a little little break. Not a break from YouTube. We got a lot of content coming, but just a little break from life. But I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.